Alright, how do I flip-flop the camera there, guy?
No, not seeing. Wait, no, right here. There you go.
There we go. Now you can... I'll get started.
Alright.
Here, sit on this.
Alrighty. The start of the live stream is just gonna be right here.
Here, it's gonna be right here. I'm gonna work on this one. Might take a little while for somebody to join because we did.
Blade the Collector just joined and he said, hey, Tractor Dad.
Hey.
Deidre joined and said, hey, Tractor Dad.
Hi, Deidre.
M-Track Repair and Off-Roading said hello.
Hi. I'm gonna take this pan cover off, then we're gonna pull the steering wheel and this, and then we're gonna start taking the engine off.
Blade the Collector asked, why are you pulling the steering wheel?
In order to, so right now I have manual lift on it. In order to put it back to hydraulic, here, come stand over here. In order to put it back to hydraulic, I gotta change out the console, put the original one back on.
M-Track Repair and Off-Roading said, I've never had to remove a steering wheel to pull the engine.
Yeah, it's because I gotta pull the console off. Because we're going from manual lift to hydraulic.
M-Track Repair and Off-Roading said, okay, that's more sense. And Blade the Collector asked, what Predator engine is it? Isn't it?
It's got the electric start. I think it's the 13 horsepower one. I modified the come over here. I modified the key switch so that you could actually turn it on and off. I took the little. There's usually a little side panel down here. I took that off. We'll pull that pedal too. And the first part, it should be ready to come off. We'll probably do maybe 45 minutes to an hour for this first slide just to see how it goes. I don't bore you guys too much.
Blade the Collector says, I'm struggling pulling my pedals off my 210. I had to scratch the paint in order to get them off.
Oh, that stinks.
M-Track Repair and Off-Roading says, who's ever recording? I feel you struggling to read sometime. I can't read to save my life, lol. That is true.
So the person holding the camera and recording is my son. It's the one that has the CGP, the Animal Channel.
Yeah.
That's not what I need a pry bar. Watch out. Yes.
M-Track Repair and Off-Roading Boras, have you seen my live streams?
I have, but I gotta get braver one of these days. I went through and watched a bunch of your videos today. I'm gonna have to let some of my tractors drive themselves. The only issue is a lot of my yard is hill, so that might be really interesting. I don't know if I can run that fast to catch it.
Blade the Collector, yes, I do show my animals in the fair.
Oh, nice. What do you have?
I have goats that I show at the fair.
What does he have?
Blade, what do you have as animals? He shows his rabbits at the fair, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Here, watch out. I'm gonna sit this next to you. Let's pop this off next. Hopefully I had this up. Ooh, excuse me, not that long ago. Hopefully it comes off pretty easy again. Oh, that's not when's the 400 coming home?
Blade the Collector says, Tractor Dad and your son does better filming than me.
So, to be completely honest with you, 99% of my shorts is either him, his mom, or
one of my two sisters.
Yeah, one of his two sisters does 90% of the filming for me. And then usually we go through and edit as much as we can to see what's usable material. But like I said, for the most part, it's one or the other. I think they do a pretty good job.
Blade the Collector says the 400 is supposed to come home Friday night or Saturday morning next week.
Nice. How far away is it from you? Decent distance, or is it close by?
The 400 is about 15 minutes from me.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. So is the 400 a
It's a John Deere.
John Deere? Alright.
It's a John Deere. Oh, I got one. I'm looking for a puller so I don't booger up the end of this. The threads for the steering wheel.
M-Track Repairing and Off-Road says, I'm going to do a recovery video in February. My neighbor has a massive,
Massey Ferguson.
no, copper. I don't know how to say that.
Here, let me see it real quick. Oh, as I break my neck. Oh, a Cub Cadet that he's giving me. Nice. Is it one of the, like, the early 100 series from the 60s with the round fenders?
And Blade the Collector said, the 400 is going to be a big project for me. It's way bigger than what I'm used to driving, and I hope to get it running on a live.
Is it a diesel?
Uh,
Because, like,
The-
I know one of my buddies has a 430. The 430 is a diesel.
and shout out to the Cub Garage. The 400 is a 19.9 HP gas. M-Track and Repair and Off-Roading says he has a couple of those, but he likes them too much.
Did you get that? Did you get that shaft off of that generator engine? Yes, no, maybe so.
He hasn't responded back.
That's what I used last time.
Track says, no on the generator.
This one. What I used last time.
So what are you doing with the steering wheel?
So I'm gonna use this puller to pop the steering wheel off, and then I can take this and this will slide right off.
That's pretty cool. I know nothing about tractors.
That is
Looks like I'm gonna have to buckle in.
Well, you got plenty of good stuff to learn on.
Yeah. The only thing I know how to drive is the
Car.
yeah. The car and the M.
You're probably about the same age as most of these guys. If I had to guess.
Some of these guys might be a little bit older, like repairing the
How old
collector.
are you guys? He's 15. I'm gonna guess you're somewhere between like 15 and 17.
The collector says you got a good hood hangs on that 112. My 110 has a newer style hangs
Oh, the new
That-
hinges? Yeah.
hinges. My bad.
Yeah,
Not
there
good
you
with my English.
go. It's alright. Yeah, no, so I originally was gonna modify the other side to go around here, but I actually have a new set that I gotta clean up over here to put on there.
Oh, Track is only 16.
See, that's what I mean. Those guys are like your age, but what was I gonna say? So we might get a rubber mail and see if we can't pop this sucker loose first.
And the collector's 14.
14.
Holy cow.
See?
At least they know a lot more tractors than I do.
It's not necessarily knowing a lot more than you. Hold on, my rubber mail, it's over there. Move.
Yes, sir. I think you should do a live stream on all your toys.
So I have a question while that I have them on here. So things have been picking up lately, and I'm thinking about doing a giveaway for 500 subscribers. I was thinking about doing a giveaway of that garden tractor book that I just finished reading. You think that'd be a good idea?
Oh, that can't get any louder. Blade the Collector says, I studied countless books before I got my 210. That how I got my knowledge. And Track says maybe about the giveaway, and the Collector says, yes, do the giveaway. I think it would be a good idea.
All right. No, it's more on history. Like, it's pretty neat that I really kind of my take on it is international kind of set the precedence for it, and they went from there. I think I'm gonna hold off on that for a minute and keep moving forward because I need to find a different puller, and I don't know where my jaw puller is. I don't want to booger up the
What's
screws
that?
on that again. What, Dauber's Nest? You'll have that.
Is this sitting in the barn?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
You know what's sitting in the barn. Sat in the barn for a while. Might be getting close to doing another cold start video on my 212. I charged the battery on that the last couple of days. So it should start now.
Lee Westfall says, you also watched this tractor as a kid?
What's up? Yeah, I did.
And Track asked, what's a polar?
Polar.
A pole. Yeah, polar.
Let me see. Oh, I wanna. So I have a nice 3-jaw puller. So if you come over here and look, so I took the nut off the steering wheel. There's a bunch of little teeth that go around the outside of this, and then it's tapered. So if I put the 3-jaw puller on this, it'll reach around, grab it, and then it'll push in the middle. I won't have a tendency to booger the threads up as bad.
The collector says, "Good. I want to see a smoke show in the barn."
It will be for sure. That's on my list of things to do. I know it needs new. So it blew a head gasket, and then apparently I ran it like that for a while, and I actually chewed the head pretty good. But I got a new head for it and fixed that, and then it seems like the valves are the next on the list of things that need to be done. So I've got new valves for it. I just gotta. I'd like to finish the 3 projects that I have going on first before I go any further. So got that out of there. Let's go ahead and pull that real quick.
The steering wheel.
No, there's like a safety reset for this, and I went ahead and mounted it right in the dash. So go ahead and back these screws out real quick.
Track says, "Okay, thanks." The collector says, "You can never have too many projects."
That's true, but it's a lot better feeling when more of them are running than in pieces.
So what's that you're pulling apart right now?
It's a safety reset. So like if something tripped, rather than fry the electrical harness, there's just a little reset button in there. That's all that is.
All right.
So maybe the collector can answer this for me. Your 110 has a Kohler, right? For the, I don't know if you want to call it the fan shroud, on the 241 that I have sits lower than the oil pan. Is there a hole cut in your frame?
Bean says, "Which John Deere is your favorite?"
Out of all the ones that I have,
Yeah.
I mean, so on the ones I have, I like the B, or I like the M, as far as like nostalgia and like it, because my grandfather had an MT, so like that aspect of it, there's a lot of sentimental value there. But as far as power and stuff like that, and I think you can agree with me on this, the B just walks around the M every single time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a toss-up. Like, it depends on what you're doing. Like, I have a goofy looking face, so when you see me doing the shorts of plowing the driveway, like I'm super ecstatic to do that. It's probably when I'm the happiest. But I'd probably be just as happy if I was doing it with the B. I've done it with the B before. It's a little bit more interesting when the front end decides that it wants to go somewhere else because of it being a tricycle wheel. But then you guys go ahead and beat me up for using crescent wrenches, but we use them at work all the time, so they're kind of a favorite of mine.
I think you should do a live stream on all your toys.
On the toys, we can.
Yeah.
That was an option. We can do that eventually. That's hard to do though, cause like, how do you do a live stream? Do you start upstairs in your brother's room and do all the ones I have in there, or do you start out here and just do one here plus?
I would say do all of them.
All of them, including the ones in the basement, cause I got.
Well, actually, no, not in
there's-
Collins and not in the basement. I would just say in your
in here.
garage.
Yeah. I could probably move them all to one spot and do like a live that way.
The collector says, "My 110 does not have a hole cut in my frame." If you were talking about the side of the frame, but it's also an 8 horse.
I got it. Yeah, instead of a 10. That makes sense. Because that's the only thing that I'm a little bit like, I'm still gonna do this. Just that might be we can get this engine out. I'm gonna get most of it torn down. We'll see where we're at. I figure for this first one, I'm gonna keep it about an hour and we'll go from there. But that's what I'm wondering, because here, shine it over here. If you look where the bottom of the bolts are on this 10 horse, I mean, that's all of, you've got an inch. Like, I can put a longer, it looks like it, for the oil drain plug, there's just a, maybe half-inch piece of pipe with a nut on it. I could put a longer one in there. I'm just wondering, that's all of an inch. So, like, do I put a rubber bushing underneath that, like the ones that are on the, here, move over here. Do I put a rubber bushing like this on there in order to prop it up, and will the hood close? So that'll be some stuff that I'll do playing around with and see if we can't make it work.
So how did you get the 112?
The 112?
Yeah, this?
Yeah, how did I get it?
Yeah, how did you buy it?
Oh, I got it from Uncle Kenny's brother.
Alright.
Back over here. Get this off. This is kind of a hodgepodge that I want to make right to. Right now, it's a couple of pieces of metal. I feel like that's not factory correct. Well, fixing that.
So is this where the ropes, the rope is used for that?
No, these are the belt, or like where the belts go. So like right now you have the
the blade, the collector goes, you should put a horn on the 112 too.
Yeah, and you really like that horn on the Craftsman, don't you? I wish my uncle was still alive so we could have him for alive. Really, really, really interesting guy. Like make you smile with the horn, like that kind of guy.
Uncle Kenny?
Yeah, like I would say he definitely helped with my passion at toys. Quite a few of the ones that I have were his, but he was a huge train guy. Huge train guy.
Westfall said the horn?
Yeah, that horn. Alright. Down to these bolts now. You're not going to be able to see these. I'm going to barely be able to touch them. Need a better wrench for that. This one.
You should fix up Old Reliable.
Which one's that?
The one with the one working headlight.
Oh,
the one that
the
we've
Troy
had.
built?
Yeah, that one.
Oh.
That one's like on its last leg though.
No, it's not. That thing was a Lowe's throwaway that was brand new, less than $1,000, and we got our money out of that 5 years ago. Like, at the rate it's going, that thing should go in the Smithsonian. It's been hanging around.
The collector asked, have you driven 430?
430. Have I driven a 430?
Yeah.
Like the lawn tractor, or like a 2-cylinder.
Westfall says, I did a head gasket on the tractor in 2009 for $9.
Yeah, you'd never be able to do that again now. I think head gaskets now are like $20.
Being asked, what brand of tools do you like to use on your tractors? And the collector says, the garden tractor, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so, because the reason I ask is there's, like, my one buddy has a 430 diesel. I haven't driven it. I know the issue that he has right now is because it's got hydrostatic. In the hydrostatic in the console, they get slack in it. So like he went to drive it, and if you don't hold it, it goes like 100 miles an hour. Like it does what it wants to right now.
And Track says none of my tractors are dying on me unless I let them.
That's a good call. Well, the only reason I say that is those Troy builts that Briggs and Stratton, those engines, they like to go ping, and then that's the end of their life cycle. But I don't know. For that one would probably be worth saving. Probably for sentimental value.
I was about to ask where the M was, but I forgot it was in the barn.
I was gonna say you did chores earlier on it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was carrying hay around it. I did not get hay on it, if you were wondering.
That's fine if you do. All right, so we got pulleys off now. Set more of this stuff over here. Got the keyway out. We're gonna set that in there. Bushing back in there for now so we don't lose it. Got belt off. And then I think too, because well we're here spin around.
The collector asked, are you a Bridges and a Stratton's guy or a Kohler?
Kohler. So it all depends. The old Kohlers like this, I love them. I've heard too many nightmare stories about the new Commands. Not as big of a fan. Like I think the new, like the Craftsman's Briggs, the Troy Built's Briggs are much better machines, in my opinion. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. I can only say what I know, right? All right, let's see. How do I want to tackle this? There was a tool question. Which tools do I like to use?
Yep.
It all depends. I've got a hodgepodge. I've got Craftsman. I've got Gear Wrench. I've got some Snap-on. I've got some Westward. I've got Hobo Freight. I've got
Hobo Freight.
Gear Wrench. Gear Wrench. It all depends on what it is. Like I got a lot of their ratcheting wrenches. Not to be a fanboy, I bought a bunch of the Olsa Tools stuff that gets jammed down your throat in the shorts. I like their swivel ratchets. These ones.
Westfault says he likes the KL181.
Yeah, that's the 8-horse. Those are good engines.
And the collector says I've had one. I haven't. A K181.
So, alright, so give you an idea of some tools that I really like. So, the Olsa swivel ratchets, I love these things. These are really nice for getting in hard to reach places. And then this, Koken Tools. This is actually a spark plug ratchet, and it's
there we go.
But anyways, this is one of my. We lost you there for torque.
The Color Command's one of my favorite engines, but it's been around too long.
Wait, which one's one of his favorites?
The Color Commands.
Color Commands?
Yeah.
Like I said, I the ones I've had, like I had a Husqvarna push mower that had one of those, and the thing ran great until it didn't want to, and then it, had oil every place but where it was supposed to.
And Track says my neighbor has a Color Courage, and I almost have 2,000 hours on it, and now it has it's having issues.
Yeah, there's a few motors that people stay away from, like Kawasaki in it.
Oh, isn't Kawasaki a Motorcycle? I mean, a
Yeah,
dirt
but
bike?
they make engines, right?
I think so.
Yeah, all kinds of companies make engines.
I'll pick that up. It fell between your
It'll be fun.
the chair you made
Yeah.
2 years ago. Still really good.
Yeah. So, all right, collector. Here's one for you. So since you I think you asked me if I was from Ohio. I am not, but I do have.
My mom is though.
So I had to collect some Ohio stuff. So here's a Buckeye seat off of a sickle bar mower that was made in Akron.
Best cookies to make are Buckeyes.
Yeah, hands down.
The collector says, I hope my 400 does not have any issues. It has 1,887 hours on it. I'm hoping it doesn't have smoke. Deidre said, yum, Buckeyes.
Let's see here. We can pull this off now. I'm gonna need a pry bar for that because it's been a hot minute since this has been off. If it'll come off at all. Alright, almost out.
So what are you removing? The
So there's pins in here so that it's pinned to the frame. See how it comes back and it comes over, it's spring loaded.
Yep.
This poor tiller needs completely gone through. It's showing its age. It's a little rusty and crusty, but you saw me use it over the summer. It works good. This side works all right.
The collector says, I bet that 400 will most likely smoke.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about mosquitoes when you're mowing, right?
Oh, they're so bad. That's one pest I wish got.
It went extinct with the
Yeah.
dinosaurs. Yeah, and I don't think anybody would have complained about that. All right, so we got this out. And the mule drive.
So what's
Believe it or not, the mule drive costs as much as this stinking thing does. They're worthwhile. All right. So back to where are we at here? So I gotta figure out what else we're both down.
So you're gonna take the engine off, or?
Yeah, we're gonna take the engine off and then see where we're at, because there's gonna, like I said, I gotta figure out if I want to put. And I might pop these. Well, we also got to see how the hood will line up. And then also address this. Because I was thinking in my head originally that this base would fit on that engine because it was a hydraulic lift. Well, unfortunately, this plate for a Kohler engine is different. And
Is it big or smaller than the end?
no, it's so the holes line up different, and I can hold on.
Track says, I can agree on you about the mosquitoes. The collector says, yeah, I got lucky-ish. I bought my Till Mule Drive for $145.
Yeah, you lucked in big time because I think, what did I pay?
I know it was expensive.
I think I paid $250 for the tiller, and maybe $175 for the mule drive. Like when everything was said and done, like the mule drive was literally almost as much as the tiller. And like I said, tiller works great. We have one of those the old wheel horse, the Troy built horses from the 70s. The thing's a beast. It'll go through anything. I ended up breaking that this summer, so it won't spin. That's another project for a different day. But we threw this together real quick to get some tilling done, and man, that thing really, it got its work out, but it did a really good job.
One of these days you should try pulling out some of the old equipment from the previous owner that's stuck in the woods.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping for. Once we get some nicer weather, we'll do some videos of tilling the garden and then, or plowing the garden and then disc harrowing and.
Trek says, I want to get an attachment for my Craftsman, but I just don't have a use for a lot of them. And the collector said, I may have to steal some dimensions off of your mule drive. Mine's missing on a side plate.
All right, I can get some measurements later probably.
And Westfault says, I want to run the B80 till with this.
Yeah, he does have a nice. He does have a nice B80 with a tiller. Come on. We almost got it. All right. So once I get this done. Yeah, that's it. It's the 420cc which is on here, which I think was the 13 horse. I think it's the bigger of the horizontal shaft. I kind of one of those things where do you go here from here? Because like this is a good another good donor for one that's
Junk.
not junk, but one that's another roller where you just if you shoved an engine on it, it'd be. You can have it going.
I remember when you bought the B too.
We hung up on here. It should be out. Right?
What's that like water noise? Is that the
It's
oil?
got gasoline in it.
Gas.
We're all-
Set?
No, they're still both in there.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it. Now we're good.
Don't drop that.
Got that off.
At least you're not wearing your death sandals.
No, that is true. I was gonna wear my safety slippers, but I don't think I filmed too many
Good videos of those.
videos of me in my safety slippers yet. So I'm not gonna roll out that we can't use this one. I'm still gonna look for the other style pump in the meantime.
Trek says, what's your least favorite mowing manufacturer if you have one? Mine's
Simplicity.
yeah, Simplicity. Only the new ones though.
Well, so didn't they just finally sell out? Like I think didn't an NTD finally acquire them after all these years?
And the collector says, I think you should get a 110 round fender.
That is on the list of like if I can 10% want and will have around 5.
Don't drop.
5 times this much. Gee, a heavy one. So, things that I'm wondering about that we're gonna have to figure out. This one is
Where it goes in.
yeah. So we're gonna have to. I mean, this isn't gonna be a running and driving today by any means. I just want to see where things right. 'Cause let's look out here. So least favorite brand. Let's go back to that one. You know, in all honesty, I wouldn't say I have a least favorite brand. I mean, I've thought about it. I think it would be neat eventually to like if I did all the letter series of John Deere tractors to go back and get all the letter series of Farmall.
What's that John Deere show we always go to every 2 years?
The one in what's it called? Oh, you're gonna make me think. Just the 2-cylinder expo up in Canandaigua. Yeah, they do offset years in Ohio. They just started posting. So I think this'll work out fine. Like I said, right now it's here. Come over to this side.
Westfall says MTTBs.
MTDs.
Yeah, are his least favorite. And Track just said MTBs.
MTDs. Yeah, they're. I don't know. MTDs are just disappointing because they're like you had brand loyalty for a lot of those brands, and they're all just stamped garbage now where they used to be reputable. All right, so if we look at this now, I definitely think holes line up in the frame too. I think we can get away with. I just got to come up with 4 more of these rubber grommets. We can put them in there, and then I'll be able to this right where I want. And then we'll be in business. How we doing time? Time frame there, Junior?
47.
47?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and take this off.
The collector said, "Are you gonna take any of your tractors to the expo in Ohio?"
That I don't know yet. Just because it's the end of June, right?
Yeah. And we also don't have like any good safety things on our. Yes, we do. We just don't have a.
Well, I
big
mean,
one.
it's not something you could throw the B on and take the B.
Yeah, but like the
I
M,
think
we
on
can.
a smaller could take the M on a smaller scale, something like this, something. Which I like I said, I would love to find a round fender. That's on the list of someday. Eventually, I'll have either a John Deere 4020 2-cylinder or an MT that's a trailer queen. Those are on the essential list. I mean, do you guys have any like bigger stuff that like money wasn't an option that you'd have tomorrow? No.
Super C, Westfall says.
Yeah.
Is that a parking brake?
No, it's
That you're...
No, it's not. It's I think they call it a variator. So what it does is it's like it's kind of like a power shift. So I'm trying to pop the pin because we're gonna take it off.
Oh, so you're trying to take the pin off? Don't want to take it off?
Well, no, I'll show you in a minute. So we're gonna take these 2 bolts off, take this off because I borrowed this one off of that one.
Track says, I can't answer the question. Is too difficult.
Oh boy. So too many. Is that what you're saying? Right, so you got guys that are brand specific where like
There's a lot of John Deere's at the one we went to this. Was it this weekend or last week? I mean, was it?
So, I love John Deere. John Deere's probably my brand, but that's all that I know. If money was no option, and I had a place for it, Big Bud, hands down.
And the collector says, "Sweet, I'd like to take my 210 or my 400 once. I got it, but I'm about 2 hours from Lancaster, Ohio.
Oh, okay, I got it.
And Westfault says, I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, it's a varial drive. So like, it's kind of like power shift.
Yeah. Track says, no, yeah. Oh, I don't know anything about John Deere's, but I know a lot about Oliver's.
True. Well, I feel like, and we can all answer this. Does anybody hate Oliver? I feel like Oliver is the one brand that everybody likes no matter what.
Eh, comes from England.
No, it comes from here, doesn't it?
It comes from both.
Yeah, I think the Oliver came from here. Then you did all the rebranding stuff where
What's
the guy. What?
So, all the tractors, does Ford still make tractors?
I think it's Ford New Holland now.
Oh,
International Farmall used to be its own brand. And Case used to be its own brand. Now it's Case IH, and then John Deere's just stayed John Deere.
well, John Deere still sells a lot of stuff.
John Deere's John Deere. That's all that needs to be said. Like they're not going anywhere.
We're doing really good time.
Are we?
Yeah.
This poor thing we need it to stay warm enough so this and the bee can go outside and get our proper bath.
The collector says, if I were to stay away from a brand, it would be New Holland.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
Westfault says Ward. He's confused.
Ward?
Yeah, W-A-R-D.
Like Montgomery Ward?
Probably.
Grab some pliers.
You trying to pinch the,
No, there's a pin right there. I'm trying to grab it. Where's that? No, that'll come back. And I think the only other thing we're gonna do from here now is this push pin's gotta come out. Yep, so now I gotta find punch. Hammer. Don't worry, that won't be loud, I'm sure.
especially like when you were hitting on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bad. I could probably hear everybody in the chat lower their volume.
It's a big mess when we're all done with this. It's gonna take me longer to clean up than it did for you to film me.
Because he hammers a lot. The collector says, how'd you know CGP? Because he hammers a lot of stuff when you're in here. Ooh, that was loud.
Is it?
Yeah. Westfault says, New Holland still make large wheel horses decks. Decks, yeah. I'm not good with my English.
That makes sense.
Ow.
Yeah. Let's see. I think I drove it through the other way. It might have to go that way.
What way?
And it's got to go through one way or the other.
Oh, track goes no way. I'm just gonna turn my volume up. Oh. Ooh, you almost just smashed your fingers.
It won't be the first time and it won't be the last.
I remember when you were using what was it? Sander, and you cut your hand with it.
Oh, yeah. It's skin, it grows back. So it looks mangled. Let's see if we can go back yet. Sometimes if you move them one way, they won't fight you going the other.
The collector says I'm not good with my English either, and Shrek goes, English has never heard of it gibberish. However,
Yeah.
man, you guys probably have like 20/20 vision. I will never have that.
Let's see here. This should look. One of these three ought to be better. Where is? Alright. Just a couple of things. We're gonna fix this one since it's busted. Good place for it.
Ooh. The collector says, I've cut my hand before. My hand fell off the metal file, and the piece of the metal had buried on it and cut my hand to pieces.
I was trying to. I don't think my hands are too dirty now. Oh, there it is. So
Westfall says you have your dad's eyes.
Who?
Me.
Oh yeah. So these two scars are from. I was holding a T-post for somebody at work to pound, and they missed the post and smashed my hand.
Oh.
That's the last time I ever held anything for anybody who started anything.
Trek goes, I feel like you guys know Westfall. Yeah, he's my dad's cousin.
The Craftsman was his dad's.
Yeah. Ow.
It's going now though.
Don't break it.
I'm not going to. Faith, my boy, faith. Maybe not quite.
Every time you hammer that, I blink. It's scary.
Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. Alright, good.
Oh, his track says my dad put a nail through his hand once.
That sucks. That's never a fun time.
The collector says they know me too. They just don't know me.
Ah.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that is the nice thing about YouTube, right? Like you find to me it's a better place to find like-minded people because you got brand. Like one guy likes Craftsman, one guy likes Wheel Horse, one guy likes John Deere. But at the end of the day, like you all have a common interest.
The collector says the tractor community is just one big family.
Pretty much. The sad thing is, a lot of the knowledge is getting up there on a lot of the older stuff, like those. So I talk about my grandpa's Emu in 1952. Like I gotta find.
Trek says, and that's why we get along and we don't get along.
Yeah, that's true.
At least people don't fight over like tractor brands like they do over trucks.
Oh, they do. Don't worry.
I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, you haven't paid attention enough yet.
And that's also probably why I keep my head in chicken breed book. Oh, I got a lot of mixes down there.
Well, they didn't start out that way. You just keep getting chicken.
Yeah, that is true. I am like a chicken. A horde. The collector says there are a bunch of fights between tractor brands. Trust me. Track says I don't fight. I'll have an opportunity, but I don't fight.
Yeah.
I mean, opinion.
Yeah.
Ooh, English is not good with me today.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're doing good. Oh, we're right there, but we're not right.
So, what are you trying to take off? The whole thing?
So there's a push pin to the. So once I pop that out, this whole handle will slide out,
All right.
and then the internal, like the inside part, can go the other way.
All right.
So then it'll all come apart. Which I know what I need to do. Where is...
More hammering.
Yeah, I haven't.
Ooh. Track probably has this all the way up. Hey, look, the push pin came out.
Yeah, but now will the screwdriver come out? There we go.
You're just gonna have to hammer that screwdriver all the way through.
Cut it off and just pound it through.
Yeah.
That'd be something, huh?
Yeah. You'd probably not be happy with yourself.
I don't mind as long as I'm not like breaking, like completely breaking something. Be nice to reuse this again, right?
Track says, it's because we're asking you questions, so why would English work? Track says, yes, I do. No, I'm deaf now.
That's not good.
I couldn't read it without laughing. Oh.
All right. So there's that. So just in case anybody's ever wondering too, if you haven't had one of these apart, there's a spring, and it loads in through the bottom. And you could actually, I think you can, but I just figured I'd show you. If you had to replace the spring, that's where it goes.
Guess what? The collector says, Track, put headphones in, and starts laughing, and Track goes, hell, no. Oh.
I don't blame him. All right. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. All right, we're going to set this stuff over here.
Odd. I've never understood the white implements for the series.
Oh, like, are you talking about how that tiller looks like it's white?
I don't think it looks white anymore. I think it looks a little yellow.
It's like, the poor thing is like 6. So, like, it depends on where you look. Like, I feel like if you scrape down enough, some of it's, like, it's more yellow here, but if you look there, it's white. Like, I think somebody they got the old DuPont tune-up once already. And then, like, I've noticed if you use the Tractor Supply yellow, which I have used the Tractor Supply yellow on a few things, and you let it sit in the sun, it gets like real chalky and it wipes off. But if you use the John Deere, it works better. And then also too, once again, John Deere fanboy.
That's why there's always toys.
This primer works better for actually making it look like the green or the yellow to pop. Like, I think they almost disguise you like it's a two-phase. Like, you got to use both of them in order to make it look good.
Westfault says the original deck in plow was white.
Yeah,
Nah.
you know. And then the crazy thing too is, so like, if you look, you got this one has the rear lift. My 212 has, when you move that, it has the front lift. Like it doesn't have both options on this. I'd have to get the bar that goes the other direction underneath. But all right, so
The collector says, Lee, the John Deere came out with a PTO series. So
the patio,
yeah, the patio series. So I'm assuming that our patios implements the patio series are white, yellow, red, blue colors John Deere came out with.
Yeah. So I always wondered, which, if you look, there are, like in the old brochures, there are some patio 112s that are green. Like this one originally had a white deck, which makes me think that it is a patio, but I don't think there's any way to tell. And then it had the awesome Briggs and Stratton. All right. So something else to figure out here too, real quick. We know this will fit where it's at. If we set, which I gotta put these where they go real quick, or I'm never, ever, ever gonna remember.
The collector says, I was testing John Deere. I was John Deere's first test at trying different colors. Tasting or smelling? Track says, I've seen a pink one of those. And the collector says, Tractor Dad, do you still have the original engine?
So the original engine, I had the block and all the pieces and components, but they were in a bucket.
Oh.
So I had the correct HH100 engine, which we could go dig down in the barn at some point and I could show you a picture of that. To me, like I said, I like these Kohler K series a lot better. I'm just wondering with the fitment of this, with this sitting here now, thinking in my head, if I leave it or if I, notch this a little bit, get it to fall down in. Let's set the hood on it and then maybe see what it looks like with the pump and see if there's clearance issues, because I'm going to assume that maybe it has to go lower. Which,
Ooh. So how are you gonna make it lower? Or are you gonna lift it?
so right now the oil pan doesn't sit flush. What I'd have to do is, because right now I'm thinking you jack it up and you leave it like this, right? Which gets about an inch. It's probably about right. So we'll angle it a little bit. So that would be about level on there, right? So then we set that there.
The collector says, I would say look behind the covers. There may be white behind it if were a patio.
Yeah, so right now, I'm going to say with it sitting right there. So hold that pump. Visibly that pump is way too tall. You set the hood on there, that thing sits
Probably way too.
a country mile too tall, right?
Yeah.
You'd agree just based on looking at it?
Yeah, and the hood would look a little funky.
So, hold on, Chris. We're visualizing right now. So we got that right there.
Like you said, country mile.
Oh yeah. We're
I kind of.
we got the southern style right now. We're riding dirty. We need a longer hood grill. All right, so that's a no bueno. Lots of thinking to do. So I may just have to do some cutting. Not that I want to, but
The collector says, is the lever bent? Is it really high in the air?
No, it's so they set that high. This one's correct. Like there is some adjustment to it here, but this one is working the way.
So
that it
what
should.
does this hold?
Hydraulic fluid. There's a little cylinder that's in a drawer behind you that goes underneath the tractor, which is another thing too. If you take this off, it's way easier to change that out. That's how I did it last time. But so this would pop off. There's a little cylinder that controls all this. You put that cylinder in its place, and then rather than move that back and forth, hydraulic pressure just up and down, just like the big, like over here. Same functionality. This raises and lowers this.
Where'd the seat go for your bee?
It's not all done yet. I haven't had a chance to really work on this too much other than a bunch of the cleaning up that I did.
What's the cat litter for? The
Oh,
oil?
The oil I
Spill?
spilled on the floor.
Like,
For the cat, the shop cat. We don't have a shop cat.
like Grandpa always says, blame it on the dog.
Yeah, that is.
Sadie did it.
I knew it. Well, I guess. Which, I don't know if. At the end of the day, I don't even know if you dropped it that inch if it would make a difference. Like it might not be possible with this engine to put the hydraulic lift on.
Do you have to put the hydraulic lift on it?
It would be. It would be 1,000 times nicer. I can tell you that right now. Time to get out the plasma cutter, boys. That is the way forward. I'm gonna have to do some thinking on that.
The collector said,
Yeah. I almost wonder. You get one of the. You be that guy and you put. You change this out with the 200 series and you do the pump off the flywheel? Huh? That could work.
maybe. Track says, my bad. Was the temperature there?
Oh, it's been. Let's see. It was what? I think 43 for the high today or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was 51 yesterday, then it was 45, but like earlier in the week it's been in like the one before that it was like the ones, the teens, and then before that there was the negatives.
well, with the wind chill, it hasn't been bad. All our snow's gone. Everything's a muddy mess again.
Westfalt said HH100.
Why you gotta do that to me? Why does he know where there's one that's running that doesn't smoke with a bent rod? 'Cause that seems to be my luck with it. I mean, I could pull that other one out. The issue I had with that engine is we could get it all together. It'd run great today, and then tomorrow it'll start for no reason. You got to take it off, tinker with it, like take the whole flywheel shroud off, tinker with it again, get it to run. Like it's just so dang temperamental. I was thinking it would make a better boat anchor. So lots of thinking to do. I'm still not rolling this out. I think either way, this is a better fit for this tractor. Even if I end up leaving this, which man, I don't know. I at the very least need to figure out why it like something's not right or backwards or something.
The collector said, "Oh, Track accidentally translated the sentence into Russian." Oh.
I'm waiting for Track to get us here Suburban.
The collector said, "Yeah, the bad part about getting my 400 snow melted and it rained. That 40-pound weight plus the 40p weight and the 490 pounds. So it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun to go get.
Oh yeah.
Is that like from the pictures? It looks like it's in somebody's like field, not close to a driveway. Is that how it is?
Oh, that's bad.
Not necessarily. You'd still be able to go get it.
At least not too long. I'll be posting baby goats.
Yeah. I'm still not sold this is in the go. Just gotta do some thinking now. Gotta do some thinking. And I'm not. The only thing that has me nervous about cutting it into the frame is when you feel underneath it, like there's extra material right there. It's there for a reason. You know what I mean? Like you can make anything happen. It's just you really want to cut into that.
Oh, the collector says it's about 400 feet from my driveway, but the guy was a hoarder, so you can't get through the driveway, so we gotta go in the yard. And Trek goes, "You're waiting for me to what?" It's glitching out. No, that's probably just me stuttering, trying to read your sentences.
It could be glitching out. It could be glitching out. Lots of thinking to do now.
The collector said, "Series Suburban."
Sears Suburban.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a Sears Suburban. I gotta find an LT 1138. That would be my ideal goal. I think Murray made those.
Trek says, "I think I know what that is. I'm gonna have to look up a picture."
Yeah.
Trek says, "I know most tractors by the pictures, not the names, lol."
No.
Westfall said, "True story."
The Sears Suburbans were like kind of like the same thing, like a patio. Like you could almost get them in every single color. They had a horizontal shaft engine on them. They had a whole bunch of attachments you could get through Sears to put on them.
The collector said, "Ah, yes. The looking at what's wrong with your tractor. I've done that way too many times."
Yeah.
So do you work on your tractor, collector? Do you work on your tractor by yourself, or does your
You need to go watch all of his shorts tonight, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm not gonna sleep.
Yeah, I figured.
The collector said, "I lied. The 400 weight and about 970 pounds. Holy cow!"
Yeah. Don't those have that little, like on the back of the transmission? Isn't there like something you flip in order to get it to roll? Because isn't that hydrostatic?
John Deere ever make an airplane?
No, but we got the toy over there somewhere. Yeah, I can see it from here. There's a John Deere airplane toy over there.
I should show off you a little bit of a little bit of a sneak peek.
There's a whole video already. We can. We want. I let them choose.
Show off the pellet.
They voted this.
Show off a little bit of your toy tractors.
No, no. The funny thing is, the collector. He'll be watching the video and he'll comment. He'll be like, "Is that what John Deere garden tractor is that in the background?" You know what? Hold on a second. I'll be back in 76.
Next up, 100.
Has a high and low, so just have to. Oh, okay. Put it in. He said it hasn't landed yet. Very funny.
Oh.
All right, hold on. Stay right there.
All right. Your airplane?
No,
Oh, is that the 112?
no, even better. Collector will love this. So I haven't redone this one yet. I've got some that are usually this time of year. If I'm not working on these, I'll redo some. But here's one for you. Here's a 400.
You gonna, when you start taking part of that, are you gonna post a little bit of it?
And I haven't done any in a while. I've been more messing with these, and I think
You're really good at pedal tractors.
yeah, and I think your mom likes it a lot better when there's not a box of these coming in the mail every day.
And then when you used to tell me I sneak them into your garage. What? I mean, not sneaking them in your garage? My bad. I snitched.
Yeah, because he commented on there's a 140 down here. There's this one.
Track goes, I just looked up a picture. Yes, I want one of those. There's 4 on the market. The collector says, I need that toy. Might as well go buy a second one, Dad. I'll hide it in the garage.
So, I should do.
A few giveaways.
Me and your mom need to do another, like, a Saturday when we go to a bunch of those, like, flea markets and antique malls. And then I should do a video on everything that I find and what I pay for it. Because, like, I found way more that way in, like, yard sales than I did anywhere else. Like, I think that one I bought it at an antique mall for, like, a couple bucks.
Not bad.
No. Well, decisions. I think that's where we're gonna leave it.
This video?
Yeah. Yep. Decisions. Lots of thoughts going forward. Do I take the plasma cutter to it and make a hole, or do I put some bushings underneath it and call it a day?
Looks like you're gonna have the subscribers trying to figure that one out.
No, you think I leave it up to them? I make a survey. Do I put bushings on it and keep the engine where it is, or do I take the plasma cutter to it and cut a hole in the frame?
The collector says, lays credit card down. I'd like to purchase it.
Yeah, that's.
You should buy a and you should also do a survey. You should make your own. You should buy a John Deere, an already like old one. You should repaint it and write Tractor Dads and give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like where it says John, instead of it saying John Deere, it says Tractor Dad.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Westfault says H100, and then Track says credit card declined. And then the collector says runs away with the toy.
All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna sleep on it and decide if I'm gonna leave it up to you guys in the comments on if we put bushings and leave it the way it is, or if I get torches out and we still go back to hydraulic lift. So.
And which one who has the most, or if it's a tiebreaker, I'll come in like that too.
And then depending on the outcome of that, maybe we can pick back up on it next Saturday or Sunday, depending on what the weekend looks like.
The collector says drives away on the 400.
All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.
See you guys.
Bye.